In the previous video, we discussed the Carnian pluvial event of the Triassic period, which can be likened to a gentle simmering of a small fire. Millions of years of volcanic activity accumulated a massive amount of carbon dioxide, which eventually reached a critical point, leading to a continuous rainy season lasting for 2 million years. Friends who are not familiar with this historical period can go back and review that episode. In the history of the Earth, most climate changes occur in a similar fashion. They often involve a lengthy process spanning tens of millions of years. However, there are some particularly capricious climate changes that seem to be in a hurry, rapidly causing intense shifts in the Earth's climate within a short period of time, as if striving to complete a task assigned by some higher authority. Among these, the most mysterious instance is the Paleocene-Eocene Thermal Maximum event that we are going to discuss today. The story starts with the large meteorite from 65 million years ago. We are unsure whether the impact of the meteorite altered the movement of the Earth's crust, or if a massive collapse of the biosphere disrupted the carbon cycle of the planet. The 10 million years following the impact are considered a period of relatively rapid global warming. With a crucial point to remember, global average temperatures rose by 3 degrees Celsius within this 10 million year time frame. Subsequently, the Paleocene-Eocene Thermal Maximum event occurred. Around 55.5 million years ago, global temperatures suddenly surged by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, and the term suddenly is to be taken literally. How rapid was this global warming? To put it into perspective, many research papers suggest that this warming phase took less than 50,000 years. In geological terms, this was truly a momentary occurrence. Some, even more radical viewpoints, estimate that the global average temperature increase of 5-8 degrees Celsius took place in just 13 years. Astonishingly, this event lasted for less than 200,000 years in total, and then rapidly returned to temperatures similar to those before the event, adding an incredibly puzzling record to the Earth's climate change history. Regarding this mind-boggling global warming event, the academic community has been engaged in ongoing debates. One interesting hypothesis I came across is as follows. Around 55.5 million years ago, a massive comet composed primarily of dry ice or methane impacted the Earth, instantly releasing a massive amount of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, resulting in an instantaneous global temperature increase. While this hypothesis might seem far-fetched, the short duration of this global warming event has left few traces in the geological record. Despite numerous hypotheses, there isn't substantial evidence to support any particular explanation. However, personally, I lean towards this being a process of qualitative transformation following quantitative changes. With the global warming of that time, around 55.5 million years ago, temperatures finally surpassed a critical threshold. This disruption influenced the ocean currents of that era, resulting in the emergence of an entirely new warm ocean current surging toward the polar regions. This event shattered an ancient seal within the depths, the methane clathrate. This remarkable substance exists in frigid seas and can be understood in simpler terms as methane trapped within a special form of ice. However, all ice will eventually melt. As the waters of the polar regions gradually warmed due to the warming trend, these methane clathrates could no longer maintain their stability. This led to the release of the trapped methane into the atmosphere. Methane, a much stronger greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide, swiftly entered the atmosphere, causing a rapid increase in Earth's temperature. The rising temperature, in turn, further accelerated the melting of methane clathrates, releasing even more methane. Consequently, the Earth's temperature escalated like a rocket in a self-perpetuating cycle. In a moment's time, both the northern and southern poles blossomed with warmth, and tropical seas turned into steamy saunas. However, methane is not a gas that can stably persist in Earth's atmosphere. As time passed, it either dissipated into space or gradually underwent oxidation under the influence of ultraviolet radiation. Consequently, this immense quantity of methane would disappear within a very short period, causing the climate to swiftly revert back to its original state. I don't know if Earth was playfully mischievous, but indeed, some animals were quite delighted. The warm and moist sea breeze swept away the desolation of the Paleocene-Eocene Thermal Maximum, even causing tropical rainforests to grow within the Arctic Circle. Starting from this event, in less than 10 million years, a multitude of familiar prehistoric creature fossils began to emerge in the lower layers. Examples include Hyracotherium, Diacodexis, and not only those, but also the earliest bats, mice, and sea cows. In the region that is now Pakistan, the high temperatures brought rain, transforming it into a Paleocene-Eocene Venice. This forced a creature, roughly the size of a dog with the appearance of a small deer, to spend most of its time in the water. This creature, named Pachycetus, marked the initial step in the return of mammals to the ocean. From then on, the gears of destiny began to turn. Meanwhile, in the southern parts of China, extending to Southeast Asia, there existed a particular group of arboreal mammals at that time. Once cramped and barely surviving amidst fragmented forests, this event brought about forest expansion, granting them a fresh start. Their descendants evolved into the most diverse group of mammals on this planet. In order to move swiftly through the foliage, they developed opposable thumbs. To forage for food amidst the lush treetops of the forest, they evolved trichromatic color vision, leading to the development of powerful visual cortices. Among them, a special branch developed unique social structures. They even evolved mirror neurons in their cerebral cortices specifically designed to comprehend the actions of their fellow members. This group is known as the primates. From this point onward, a brand new group was about to weave a fresh saga. Friends, welcome to the Cenozoic era.